NFL's drug policy is in the news, with both the NFL and the Players Union reportedly back at the table to try and make some changes. Of course, HGH testing, along with the changing of the classification of amphetamine abuse, which would lessen a penalty like Wes Welker's, and raising the threshold of marijuana use, which could affect a case like Josh Gordon's. Don, are you confident that these changes are coming?
I'm not confident because this has obviously been a 3-year struggle between the union and the league, and every time it seemingly has gotten quote-unquote close, something has fallen apart. So I don't think confidence is what I would exhibit. I was talking to someone within the league within the last hour, Maggie. We've all been focused on the HGH testing component part of this for the last 3 years since it was quote-unquote agreed to in the 2011 CBA. But really, this is a much broader drug policy overview that they're going to take. And as you say, it's going to affect potentially the marijuana standards and also taking issues out of the PED program with that mandatory 4-game first strike offense into the substance abuse program. And I was told by a source in the league that because it's Wes Welker and the amount of money he stands to lose with this suspension, which is significant, and it's Josh Gordon, finally, those two issues have kind of crystallized this fight, and the union is now in make-a-deal mode. So I think something is going to get done, but I wouldn't call myself optimistic just because of how many moving parts. But it took headline players like Gordon and Welker, I think, to get the two sides as close as they are to doing what has been needed in revamping the drug policy overview.
Okay, Don, I'm going to go back to you because you were just talking to sources about this situation. What do you think will be the biggest obstacle in getting something done?
Well, if the league is still trying to protect Roger Goodell's ability to have oversight as far as the appeals process when it's not a substance abuse violation, they may dig in their heels on that. That has been an issue the union has said it cares about and wants to kind of get that to third-party arbitration. The source told me he doesn't know if the union really will go to the wall and lose all the other potential gains of this move over that one issue of Goodell's power, so to speak. But I think that has torpedoed the talks in the past, and to me, that would be the biggest issue to watch going forward.
Greg, I'll ask you, do you think this is an issue that's important to the players right now? Don mentioned it took these big-name guys getting penalized and getting suspended to really crystallize the changes and get both sides back to the table. Do you think it's important to the players out there that these drug changes, that there would be changes to the system?
Yeah, I think what the players want is a little bit of clarity. I mean, you have all these suspensions. Josh Gordon gets a year, Wes Welker gets 4 games, Ray Rice gets 2. And the suspensions just seem like they're sort of all over the map. I mean, I think what the players want is, policies that are very clear, that are spelled out, and, some sort of agreement on all these issues.